ordered the CTX tonight. Gonna relic hunt some more. I ordered the Vanquish 540. Want to give it a try out here in some of the open areas. It's gonna have the 12-inch coil, and it's a little bit bigger, but at least it will go a little deeper. But we'll give that Vanquish a try out here. I'm gonna do a giveaway too, and I'll probably be including a Vanquish in the giveaway. Haven't decided yet when we'll do it, but hopefully we'll have a giveaway this year. Hopefully we'll get some good stuff too. Let's see what we can find. Get an old nail in the right spot. CTX picked that up. That was deep. Under a tree root. Buried in the root, and of course, here, it's right there. I don't know what it is. Of course, I didn't bring a coin probe. Mr. Smart Guy here. Mr. Beach Hunter. It's not that. It can't be that deep. And I don't want to wreck it, because there's been some nice coins. It's it sounds like it's coin sized. Deep. Right. And then it vanishes. It's right there. It's not it. We'll keep hacking. We got another one down here, guys. Now this one wasn't too bad. This one wasn't too bad deep. I had one hole, and you probably saw the root, and it ended up being a square nail, and it took me probably a half an hour. And I learned a lesson tonight. You got to come prepared. Maybe a little axe, maybe some shears, and maybe a coin probe. Yeah, it's going to be on the list next. But I'm used to hunting beaches, but it's down there, and it's not that deep, and I know it's a coin. I saw it. Let me pull it out here. We'll see what we got. Back. You didn't think I was going to go away, did you? I'm going to get my fingers out of the camera this time. I'm getting more proficient at this. Somewhere in the woods of New Hampshire. That's where we are, baby. Oh, we got one. I think we got one. And I don't know what it is, but it's something down in there. You see the edge? It's right down there. Clear this off a little. Right there. I hope that's not a new coin. Right there. It certainly doesn't look like one, and it looks big. Maybe a half? No? I don't know. Gonna get my CTX and we'll roll that over. Gonna get my CTX and we'll roll that over real quick. We won't lose this. Sounded like there was another target. It sounded like there was another target nearby. You move my GoPro over too. And there she is. Let's see what we got. Okay, now that's higher. That's 12. No, that's 1242. That's in line. That's in line with a copper, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to try to see your chat here. Try to bring it up. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm going to come back over. Everybody all right tonight? I know, it's Monday night. Sucks. Wish it was Friday. You see it? I'm going to try to focus in. It's right there. That little beggar. I'll tell you, I was working a tree root, and man, I could not, I could not get, I want to see the chat here. I can't see it. I cannot, the chat comes in and out. I don't know why. I could not get that. I had a target. It was just down a few clicks, and it was under a tree root, and I fought that. I must have fought that for 20 minutes. Let's see what we got here, though. We'll pull this sucker out. I got my water bottle, too. It's right there under this branch. All right, I'm not getting excited tonight. Here she comes. What do we got? Ooh. Ooh. This one's a little bit, she's a little bit more black. I don't know. Let me put her down. It's definitely some sort of a coin. I hope it ain't a new one. I don't want to have egg on my face tonight. Let's see. I got my water bottle over here. I think I'm leaking. All right. Back to the coin. You guys want some action. So, ow. I'm crawling in the bushes. I swore I got another signal to this one. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Oh, let's see. I do not know. We put some water on there. Let's see. Anything, or is she crispy? She fried? Ooh, she might be fried. What is it? What is it? I'll go gentle, real gentle. Ooh, she may be fried. I don't know on this one. Let's see. I'm going to try to bring it up. Oh, okay. I see a head. Okay, look at the head. See, that's a King George, I think. He's facing my thumb. See him? Think that might be a King George there. Let me get some more water on him. Be gentle. I don't want to bust him. I got that 1700 coin. Hey Andrew, how are you tonight? Hi Ray. How are you? I hope you guys are having a good evening. Thanks for spending some time with me. Dave's here. Yep, it's facing, I'm gonna put it down, it's facing toward my finger. I'll put my finger here, index finger. So, and we'll lift it back. See it? I'm gonna try to bring it in. This doesn't focus, this damn camera. There's his face right there, is his nose. You can see his nose where my finger is. So I think that's a King George. See him? I'll kind of wiggle him here a little. But it's kind of in situ right here, if you want to say that. I don't want to say my buddy down there in Connecticut, Bill Ladd, he's got to get up here. He's missing out on some fine stuff. So there's the head. And I'll flip it over. It's kind of mucky, so there's not much on the back there. But definitely a copper. I'd say a King George. But let me see if I can bring up the chat again. See how everybody's doing. Yep, yeah, King George. I'm going to try to find that signal next to it. It sounded like there was two signals, but I don't know. Came out of there. So, cool find. Cool find. We're still knocking them down out here. So, hope everybody's having a good evening, though. I just wanted to give everybody a shout out. Say hi. R-Dog, how are you? How you doing? Yeah, I'll tell you, there's a lot of good stuff coming out of here. And the strangest thing, hey Mark, how are you tonight? Hope everything's good. Yeah, the strangest thing is I haven't gotten one button, not one flat button or nothing. Maybe tonight. So, you know, but lots of signals in here. I know that you don't see all the video, but there was two other guys that did pretty well in here too. A couple other guys got some coppers and stuff, so maybe we can post them. They'll put them on sometime. One of them got a nice French coin, so, but no, there's all kinds of stuff out here, so, but yeah, all right, short little stream tonight. Just wanted to say hi to everybody. Hope everybody's having a good evening, and yep, we'll get back to it. Hey Mike, how you doing? Mike Swan. Getting a few more coppers tonight. It's starting to get a little dark up here in New England, but we're going to try to get a couple more. I got tied up with a tree root earlier. Took up too much of my time. I should have left it, but yeah, it's my fault. I didn't come prepared tonight. So, yeah. Definitely a King George, though, I would say, out of here. At least there's a face on this one. He's not too cooked. All right. Well, I'm going to log out and keep going. Maybe I'll do a video later. Thanks a lot. Thank all you for watching, too. Got that out. I just went live. It's on. I've got a live stream. And let me kick that over. It's right over here. It's starting to get dark out here, but 11:44. But we think it's a King George. I'll bring it over. Ooh, it's got pretty good detail. I can see it here. So We'll tuck that in there. We won't rub it anymore. We'll put it in there. We've got some soft cloth we'll wrap it in, and we'll be on our way. I would have swore I had another signal in there though, but I'm gonna check. We'll get back on if we get anything. That was deep. That was deep. Oh, look at this spoon. It looks old. Wow. It looks old. That was deep. It's got some syllables on there or something, some writing. We'll clean that up and see what it is. Boy, it came up high. Well, 12:24. All right, so here's the wrap-up video for tonight. This may be a little long, so get prepared. The hunt was pretty good. I got stuck under a tree root, and I was digging the square nails, some of these very old nails. But that's a good sign you're at an old home site. So I did find a few of these nails, some older ones too. These are real old spikes. Got a spoon, but it's an Oneida. It's not silver. It's not really old. Maybe 40s or something. So find of the day was this King George Hibernia. It's got a harp on the back, so I know it's a Hibernia. I guess that's an Irish coin. At least somebody on the forum was telling me. So the hair too gives it away, but he's facing to the right side, his face. So that's definitely a King George III copper. But it's pretty spent. So, but that was a fun hunt. I enjoyed that. Used the CTX again. Going to be getting in the Vanquish pretty soon. Hopefully we'll be doing some stuff with that. I want to try to do some beach hunts with it. Heard good things about the Vanquish. Heard it's a good detector, so we'll go out and give it a shot. Try it out in a few spots. It's got the 12-inch coil on it, so. But I did get that coin. I looked at the coin, got some information on the 1653 coin. Here's a picture of it here. Learned quite a bit of stuff I didn't know about Spanish reals. The coin on the back has got, it's a smushed 5, but it's a 5-3. Two-digit number, and that's indicative of 1653. If that was a 3-digit number, it would be reflective of the 1700s. A 2-digit number is 1600s. The coin has a P, which is it's the Potosi Mint in Bolivia. So it's a Bolivian coin. The coin was made between 1621 and 1665. This is 1653. It's a Spanish colonial coin. It's a Felipe IV IV on the coin, so it's the 4th in Roman numerals. The coin's pretty cool. It's got a pillar of Hercules, and then it's got waves underneath. Then the waves symbolize the Atlantic Ocean. It's also got a phrase here, and it's more beyond the pillars of Hercules. I don't know exactly what that means. The E up in the corner is the assayer, and his name was Ernesto something, and he was there during that mint, so he would have, basically oversaw a lot of this. That was a real bad place back in the day, I guess. If you can imagine, it was like a Port Royal, really nasty place. A lot of fights, gangs. A lot of people got poisoned with mercury in that mine, slave labor. The I on this coin up in this corner, that symbolizes the Roman numeral I. That's 1. So that means it's a 1 real. So I did learn a lot of stuff from this. Research, it's funny, with metal detecting, you end up, as you go along and grow with your metal detecting, I know there's a lot of newbies that watch my channel, you actually spend a lot more time on geography and on weather conditions, on research, on a lot of technical data. So a lot of it is not even in the field searching. A lot of it is just learning and realizing stuff, doing research, researching finds. So there's more to it than meets the eye. You see a lot of my videos, and like I have tide charts and weather charts, because with the tides and the weather, it dictates the beach conditions. So a lot of newbies don't understand that. They'll grab the detector, watch a couple of videos on YouTube, run down to the nearest beach thinking they're going to pop out $1 million ring, but it doesn't work that way. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of footwork. I watched a couple of stealth digger videos today, and it's so true what he was saying. He walked out to a couple of foundations, and one of them was hammered, and I think he walked to another location that was like miles and miles away. So, I mean, you can spend days going out, walking from location to location, cellar hole to cellar hole. Some will produce, some won't. And beach hunting is the same in the regard that you can drive to 4 or 5 beaches, and maybe almost all of them are sanded in, and maybe that 6th beach isn't, and it's got a cut and it's producing. So, you know, it's a situation where it takes a lot of learning. It's much more than just turning on a machine and going out and finding finds. Sometimes the situation dictates differently. Where I go wrong is I get really drawn up in the beach hunting, and I should do more land hunting. And when the beach is quiet, I kind of push the issue down there. And you can't, you know, I remember a football coach once said you can't force a football, and the same is true with metal detecting. If it's not there, it's not there. If a beach is sanded in and there's 8 feet of sand on a beach, then find something else to do. The hobby is so diverse that, you know, you could do bottle hunting. I have a bottle dump in my backyard. I mean, I'll take you out sometime. We'll dig a few out. You could do a lot. I see a lot of mudlarking where people just eyeball finds, which is fun. People do a lot of what I'm doing now in coin and relic hunting. My friend Paul has got one of the biggest Native American Indian artifact collections in probably the whole Northeast, and hopefully he'll invite us up sometime and we can see him. But there's so many diverse ideas in the hobby itself of treasure hunting that you can never get bored. I think people look at it like, you know, the beach is sanded in and I'm going to be bored, but there's so many other things you could do. And I proved it this last week. I found 3 quality coins, including this one, which would be the find of a lifetime for a lot of people. I found the cap bust quarter, and I found that in a beautiful 1794, and it's a capped coin, a cap bust coin, and it's a beautiful coin. It's a very early American large cent, and from the same location. So there's definitely stuff out there still. I think people sometimes they look at the hobby kind of one-sided, and they think that, well, everything's been found, or if the beach is sanded in, it's over. I think that you got to have more of a diverse view of it. I remember when I first started, and I always bring back Don, the guy that got me into it, and when I started to learn a lot from what he was teaching, I went down one day. I remember it was a Cable Road extension, and I was walking onto the beach. I turn around, and he's up in the parking lot, and I'm like, well, Don, what are you doing up there? He goes, well, we're going to metal detect. And I said, in a parking lot? I said, Don, you lost your marbles. There's nothing in a parking lot. We got to be on the beach. He starts laughing. He turns on his machine. And I kid you not, he must have found 12 quarters in that parking lot. The parking lot would catch about 1 inch of beach sand, and the ice cream truck would pull in there, and kids would run up, and they'd drop all their quarters. And his game was so far advanced. I luckily had the patience at that time, without going home with a red face, which I did many times when I first started metal detecting, to watch him and learn. And I think YouTube today has helped. I think it's helped a lot of people's games. But I also think it's bad in some respects. I think people are taking video too far, and they're trying to get clicks and clicks. I mean, the hobby is here, okay? And that's where it should be. It should be improving your game, finding stellar finds in the field, and then the video is secondary. I think people have reversed it. I think they're putting the video first
and they're forgetting about the hobby, and that's not good for metal detecting itself. If you want to become a more proficient metal detectorist or treasure hunter, because I can tell you right now, it takes hours and hours of research, of cutting out maybe a paper clip, maybe reading or listening to audio tapes. Back in the day was big. Reading through a book and getting a couple of leads. And the great thing about, when you start getting into treasure, some treasure caches, is that you get a lot of cross-reference material. So you could be reading maybe about a cache in New Hampshire, and then maybe find a whole bunch of foundations. So the doors are there's many doors. There's not just one. I think metal detecting's the same. There's no right way or wrong way to metal detect. I think that over the years I look at it like I've grabbed other people's techniques that they've shown me, but I've also developed my own style, kind of like a guitarist, and you proceed on, and then you build off of that. So, but it takes time. I think people set the bar too high when they first start. A big thing for me when I first started too was I set goals. I'd say I'd want to get X amount of rings the first year, or X amount of gold rings, or a bucket lister find. I consider this a bucket lister, but I think people they'll set a goal that's too high when they first start, and I think that's wrong. I think you got to kind of go with the flow, especially your first few years out, and learn it, and then go from there. But it does take a lot of time and effort, and a lot of browbeating, walking, frustration. When I first started, I would come home with just a few pennies, and I'm an old school guy. I started back when you got you had to go to a library and print out a lot of research. You spend hours typing. I have databases of stuff of all kinds of old forts and foundations. I'd go and read books for hours at the library and just write up tons of stuff and file it and use old plat maps. Today you can go on Google Earth. I mean, the internet's super helpful in some aspects. I also think back to my beach hunting days. I remember this day very well in Hampton Beach. And if you look at the crowds here, and it was almost elbow to elbow, and I had written it down. It was the day I found a massive man's diamond ring, and not the one I wear. This one had 18 diamonds in it. So, and this was way back. I also look at some of the other people down there, and I clipped their articles, and I read their stories. This guy had spent $850 on a Minelab Explorer XS. And that machine, 20 years old now, and that was one of the best machines they ever made. And he had done quite well. Other people too. Article after article, I would just drown myself in this. Like I say, there's much more to the hobby than just going out, running out. I mean, you got to learn a lot. And back in the day, it was Eastern and Western treasure. You'd run out, get the magazine, and just drown yourself in it for a weekend. And then at the you get to the very end of the Eastern and Western Treasure magazine, and you look in the Treasure Buddies section and try to find somebody in your area, and good luck with that. You'd never find anybody. So, and it's become, the hobby's become much more diverse. I see so many more women now, so many more families. Back in the day, I remember hunting one beach, and a woman walked by, and she had a white Spectrum XLT, and there was 3 of us guys, and we turned, and we were like, 2 of the guys weren't running down the beach, because it never happened back then. It was mostly guys, it was all the old-time guys. So how the hobby's changed. But I think, if I was to give a word of wisdom to people, especially on YouTube, the videos are great. I know you're on there to sell your videos and clicks, but don't forget the hobby in the end, because that's where it's at. The finds, which are real, and they're out there, finds like these, are much more worth something than just a video, So, and that's how I wanted to touch base tonight. But no, we're going to be doing quite a bit of videos this year. We'll share our finds, and hopefully we'll get that Vanquish in the next day or two, and we'll do some videos on that and see if we like it. And I'll tell you what I think. So, Mine Lab is steps ahead of a lot of the opponents. I hate to say it. I know I beat on Garrett or Whites, but I just hate to say it. I got to call it like I see it. I mean, Mine Lab, back in the late 90s, they had that double D coil. They were ahead of the game, and they're still ahead of the game. So, you know, kudos to them. Hats off to them. So, but we'll put some more videos out. I hope you enjoy it. I do get rather excited, especially when you find a 400-year-old coin, but, you know, it's the way it is. So, thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe.